Lessons. Okay, my mom is about to come over and help me hang these paintings. And then we're also gonna film this new series that I wanna do at the end of every single month. It's basically, we're gonna be doing our favorites from that month, and I'm gonna be posting it on TikTok and Instagram. We did this once, I think it was a couple months ago, and we've just been busy and haven't done it again. But I really wanna do that every single month. So we're gonna be posting our July favorites. But yeah, definitely need her help in terms of hanging all the paintings. And I actually found a couple more that I had upstairs that I forgot about. So I pulled them all down, and then she's also bringing some other options so we can just play around with them. And I don't know if we'll actually get them all hung on the wall. I don't know if she has enough time for that, but definitely just want to hold stuff up and play around. So I'm really excited to get her input on that. Also, basically all the paintings I have are from my family. You guys know that they're artists, like my mom, brother, and sister are all artists. So a lot of the art is just from them. A couple of pieces are from like my mom's, what's the word? Like her teachers and stuff. Like this one, for example, that I just love. I think it's so beautiful. Let me show you a couple of the other ones. Okay, this one as well. I don't know who that's from, but this one and this one my family didn't do, but it's just from their art collection. Let's see. Okay, and then over here, these are actually ones that my mom did. So those are two of hers, which I love. Little fruit action. Let's see what else we have in here. This is one by my brother. This is one, that's like poor placement of those two together, but this is one that my mom did of me when I was a little girl. I had a princess birthday party. That's me and my tutu in the front hall of her house. And then this, I think, was another one just from the collection. So this wasn't one that my family did. This is another one of me. This was on a trip to Maine. My mom took photos of us and painted us. So that's me sitting on a rock in the nude. These are just little photos from when I was a baby. Me with my sister on the front porch. Oh, and you guys, I have to show you this photo I found of me and mom. So cute. I framed it. So that's me as a baby, and then my mom looks identical to me. She was around my age that I am now. I think she was in her 30s, so we look very similar. It's so cute. Here is my outfit today, you guys. I feel like a little sailor. And I just got this mirror off of Wayfair, which I thought it was gonna be a little bit wider, so that was my bad, but I still like it. I right now just have it resting on the ground, so once it's hung, it's gonna look really good, but I definitely needed a full-length mirror in here. I've been so into wearing little pearl earrings lately. I like forgot they existed. They're the most classic, timeless thing to put on. And then I paired it with a little pearl necklace, but yeah, looking like a sailor. Okay, mom is here. She's inspecting all the stuff we have. And she brought a couple more. I'll show you. Five, yeah. More than a couple. I love that one.
Yeah, that was
Who is that one by?
Jason Saunders.
Jason Saunders? Mm-hmm. Okay. Then this one, it's nice as well.
That's by me. That's a pastel.
You did this one?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I've never seen that one before. It's pretty.
Sun Valley, I don't know.
Gorgeous. Thought you had more.
I do. That one.
This one's of me as a baby.
And this one. And that. I thought that would.
Oh yeah,
I thought that would be good in here on the black walls for the time.
that's so true. Mom did this of me in Italy. I went to like an art class. That's really funny. And I ended up
modeling for
I ended up modeling because I was so bad at art. I was like, yeah, this is not for me.
You weren't enjoying it.
No, it was grueling. It was like 8-hour days. I was not prepared. Okay, well, we're gonna try and just mess around and put some of these up on the wall. Really like this one. Should I bring them down all the way?
I think that would be cute right there. Like it was low. I think that could be really pretty up here.
Really?
maybe with something else.
Although this could be cute in the office.
That could be cute over there too.
Okay.
With that. Like those two could go together.
Okay.
Is this gonna be too much art in one room for you? Okay. Or you wanting to keep that wall plain maybe?
Well, no, not necessarily. I just need some more furniture, really. I think that'll look so good right there.
Yeah.
Goes higher than that, I think. But I maybe, maybe stack these two.
Okay. Right. Couldn't do that one.
Well, no, I thought like this. Is that too many?
Well, we might need one of those for this side because these are all small. We're gonna need something to go up. Let me see,
Like that? Let me stand back and look.
I think it can come down just a little bit. That's pretty good right there.
Do that.
I don't even have it on it all.
We can do
I
that.
can easily do it for you.
Okay.
Thanks.
60
Sandy,
seconds.
technically challenged. Oh my gosh.
I told the girl, and she was like, and it was the first time I'd ever done this. We met, it wasn't on Zoom, it was on a thing called Team.
Yeah, Microsoft Teams.
And she said, I said, I'm technology challenged. She goes, no, you can't be. You've got your own AI taking notes for this meeting. I'm like, what? I had no clue what she's talking about. That looks good. Do we want anything in between?
Yes.
We do?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe hold it up above the other one. Let me see if that goes up too high. That's actually pretty cute up
And
there.
then we can put one here, bigger one.
Yeah. Okay.
Should be one of those like blob ones.
Do you want to look? You could trade out for that one.
One here and one there.
That maybe, which are small. They're small. Or it could be these two.
Yeah. Well, let me just hold up and see what you think.
What we could do is center it like that.
Yeah. Huh, I like that.
Okay.
I think. See, the only thing that was throwing me off was like that. Okay, we're in the guest room right now. I'm just packing to head up to the lake. But real quick, I just wanted to say thank you so much to every single person that is liking, commenting, sharing, more importantly, subscribing to my channel. It honestly means so much to me. So I just wanted to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know if I've said this before, but I genuinely mean it when I say this has become my favorite platform, even though I have far less followers than I do on other platforms. I just love doing the long format content, and I feel like I get to know you guys better and you get to know me better, and it's just so fun. And I love being able to look back on these vlogs as well, just for myself to kind of document different things in my life. It's like a digital diary, and I just absolutely love it. So I just wanted to say thank you for being here. Okay, anyway, so we are heading up to the lake this weekend. I wanted to show you what I'm packing. I got these really cute bags. They're from Garnet Hill. It's their Liberty collection, and it's just adorable. So this is gonna have all my clothes, cosmetics, everything. I mean, it's a quick weekend trip, so these, like the sizes of this are perfect. And then this little tote that matches, if I could grab it, this is with all my content creation tools in it. So it's just like perfect for my organization. I love it. Some little pieces I wanna highlight that I'm bringing to the lake because they are just such good lake vibes. This little holiday hat by Cezanne. I think it's so adorable. So I'm packing that because on the boat, I do get way too much sun. Also this adorable cover up. It's so cute. It's really long. I think I got a size small, no, I got a size extra small and it fits perfectly. So size down 1 if you're looking into this, because it does run a little bit large, but it's so adorable. Gonna be wearing that over a bathing suit. Also love these little shorts. I've been wearing them and just roll them down, but they're perfect for the lake house. I wear it with just like a tiny little tank, like the white one I have on, and it is so cute. I love shorts like this. They feel like a linen material. I'm not exactly sure what the makeup is. I'm not sure. I got a size small in these, and I actually like them because they're like a little oversized so I can roll them. But if you're wanting like a little tighter fit, I would size down 1. Also wearing this linen shirt that feels incredible. I love linen in the summer. It's basically like all I wear. You just feel like you have nothing on. It's so breezy and light. Just wanted to highlight these because I'm actually so excited. I just got these. So, you know, whenever you get something, you just want to talk about it or wear it on repeat. That's how I'm feeling about these pieces. So I'm really excited to get the opportunity to wear them at the lake house. Also, you guys, I asked on Instagram what questions you have for me and my mom, because we're gonna do a little Q&A up there for the vlog, and I'm so excited. So anyways, stay tuned for that in this video. It's gonna be really fun. Y'all asked some really good questions, and it's like it's totally random. There's a million different categories, so I'm really excited. So yeah, we are gonna head up to the lake. Philip just had to run. He forgot he had like a closing that he had to go sign for. He's in real estate, if you guys didn't know, but he had to go sign for that, so he like rushed out the door. He hasn't packed. I've barely packed. We just dropped off our puppies at their daycare. And my parents, I think they're down at the river. I'm not really sure, but they wake up at like the crack of dawn. Let's go make our morning coffee together. Okay, mom and dad are making breakfast for themselves, but we really wanted to go to this little country store. I don't really know what it is. I guess it's like a co-op. I'm not really sure,
Yeah,
but
like,
they have a storefront.
They get raw milk, breads.
Like all these local
vendors.
farmers provide like goods and produce. So they have a little storefront, but then they also have a bakery section. So we're gonna go. They have really good omelets and sourdough, and everything's like organic and so nice. It's really the only place up here that you can go eat at. So we're gonna take you there. changed into our bathing suits. We're gonna go down to the dock and just enjoy the river. But the boys right now, they're doing a little home renovation project that Dad needed done. So in the meantime, I thought I would just do a little walkthrough of the house, literally taking you through every single space. So enjoy. Okay, all of us girls are going down to the river.
Yes, we are.
Gonna read our books. Mom's probably gonna ski. And we're just waiting on the boys. They're doing some, oh, booze. Going number 2. The boys are doing some home renovation projects up here. So we are just gonna go get in the water and enjoy. It's kind of an overcast day, which I'm not mad about because it's really not that hot. It's really nice. So yeah, we're just gonna go down and enjoy. Okay, I asked you guys on Instagram to give me and Mom some questions to answer. So we're down at the dock and we thought we're just gonna answer some of those questions. Y'all had so many good ones. You wanna go first?
Sure. Mine is really simple. I eat healthy. I drink lots of water, which is important, and I only use 4 products. I use a good sunscreen every day. I use Vintner's Daughter, their cleanser, their serum, and their brightening essence, and that's it. And over the years, I've tried many products, but I've narrowed it down to those. Those work for me, and my skin has
You've got a
really,
glow.
yeah, well, it's really helped it, I think.
I think we both are more in the non-toxic skincare
Yeah.
section. Yeah, me similarly. I mean, Mom has taught me that skincare just starts from within. So anything you're just putting on the surface, first step would be get your internal state right. So eat healthy, drink lots of water, all that kind of stuff. And then anything you're doing on the outside is just a bonus. I have been loving May Lindstrom's whole line. It is the most luxurious,
That blue cocoon is
oh
really
my God.
nice.
Philip,
Yeah.
also Philip's sitting over here, but he literally tries to steal it. Oh wait, there's a boat. One
ski.
sec. Anyways, he tries to steal it from me. He absolutely loves the smell of it. It is so good. So I love their blue cocoon and their like jasmine mist, I think it is. I've been using it nonstop in the summer just to, yeah, beat the heat, but it's so nice. A couple of other lines I love are like Osea, Primally Pure. I'm blanking on some others.
I don't know. One thing I did want to say was when I was younger, I didn't have very good skin. I think it was a lot of hormonal issues in my, 20s, 30s.
Yeah, like breakouts and
Yeah,
yeah.
and so I always was self-conscious and felt like I had to put on a foundation to cover up that. But
That makes it worse
it makes it
almost.
worse. And I am now such a firm believer in the more European approach that you don't cover up your skin. And I wear no foundation.
Yeah, me too. I wear a tinted sunscreen.
Yeah.
That way I get a little bit of coverage, but I'm also just getting sunscreen every single day. And I think we both put sunscreen on even like in winter. Do you?
Yeah,
Like
I
I put it
do.
on every day just because it becomes a habit.
Yeah.
On our previous house, we learned a lot. Basically, that it's really hard to find good contractors. We kind of got screwed over a little bit because we just didn't know much about the renovation process. And I would say the most costly thing, although it worked out in the end, but basically he didn't do our flooring correct. He didn't put down leveler, and Philip and I had no idea that you needed that. So within a year of us living there, the floors were like bucking up, and basically it kind of bit us in the butt when we were trying to sell. We basically had to come down on price a little bit and give the buyer a credit. So definitely was a learning experience. I would say that that cost us the most. It's just unfortunate. And, now we know a little bit more about what actually goes into renovations, what to look for, and also not to pay the contractor before they've done the work the way you want them to
that's
do it.
crucial.
Like, do not pay them before they've completed it to your satisfaction, because otherwise they just won't come back and they won't correct it.
Yeah. I would say too, it is very true. You sort of get what you pay for. And
Yeah, true.
whenever we've tried to cut corners and get a cheap person, you end up doing it twice. So it's better
Yes.
to really research and get a reputable person to do the
Yep.
work. And
And it's
just do
hard
it
though. I
right.
mean, sometimes you don't even know, because like this person did come recommended to us by a couple of people. They had never had a problem with him, but then, we did. So sometimes you never know. But it's one of those things like, you're going to have some mishaps with renovation. It's just kind of how it works, but you'll learn a lot and it won't happen again the next time. So that's the important thing.
I'm 63 and I've always been an athlete, and I just keep up. I think I had an older friend, she was in her 90s, and she told me once, just never stop doing what you're doing. And we actually pulled her on water skis at age
Miss
90.
Patty? Yeah.
Well, it was her sister
Oh,
Jane.
Jane.
But yeah, and so I'm that person that wants to water ski when I'm 90. So
Yeah.
I water ski, I do Pilates, I do weights, I do Peloton bike, I walk. What
I feel
else
like
do I-
our
Tennis.
bodies like respond best. We have like literally copy paste same body. Like it's ridiculous. But I think our bodies do best when we like mix it up and shake it up. I feel like sometimes if I do one thing for too long, my body gets used to it and I don't really see
Yeah.
any progress or results.
For me, I need some cardio, like not even just for heart health, although that's important, but I need it for kind of the mental health to get those endorphins going.
Yeah,
I
and to
was a
sweat.
long distance runner for years until my body just really, around age 57, 58, I just couldn't do it anymore. My hips hurt, my knees hurt. So I traded that in for a Peloton, and
I love the Peloton.
yeah,
You've
I
loved
love
it. You do it
I
every
do
day.
short, intense workouts, like 30, 45 minutes, but then I'll also do some hour and a half long rides. Just put a good show on and do it. And you just feel so good getting that long cardio, longer, slower pace.
And then you've always eaten healthy,
Yes, I do eat very,
like organic, whole
yeah,
foods,
clean.
kind
I
of.
don't like a lot of sauces. I don't eat,
You're not a
I'm
sauce
not a
person.
sauce person.
I am such a sauce person.
I
Give
eat
me all the
very,
sauce.
very little processed foods.
Yeah.
Occasionally some of those healthy chips, but really I don't
eat much of that.
Eat seasonally.
Yes.
A lot of from farmers market stuff.
Yes, I try to buy local from organic farmers, whether it's meats or vegetables. And I like to eat what's in season. Like in the summer, fresh peaches, fresh blackberries, strawberries in May. But in the dead of winter, I'm not going to buy strawberries. They're just not.
They're not
It's
good.
not their
Like cardboard,
season.
yeah.
Yeah. In the winter, I love citrus fruits.
Yeah, and I think it's because your body is needing that.
Yeah.
Oh, you got little bit is running up. Yeah, but your body is like craving that.
Yeah.
Those fruits in the summer. So it's so good to, just eat seasonally.
And I drink a lot of water, but I've started the last few years adding collagen, and I'm very particular about, the purity of that, but I add that to my water bottle every morning.
Which kind do you use?
The Truvani.
Oh, yeah, I like that line.
And so I do that, and I recently started adding some creatine. And
it's supposed to be so good for women and like your hormones and everything. And I think there's a misconception that it'll bulk you up, but there's all this science coming out about how it's just so helpful for women of all ages.
I think the other thing we've added to our routine, a couple years ago, we got a sauna up here at the river and a cold plunge, but my husband loves the cold plunge.
I hate the cold plunge.
I have gotten in the river after a sauna every single month of the year. So even in December, January, February, when it was chilly, like 38 degrees in the water, I would come down and get in.
That's why the fishermen are always running their docks.
So, I think the sauna especially has really been good to help sweat out toxins. And
yeah, it's supposed to be so good. And it's like a true Finnish sauna because there's infrared, and they say that like infrared doesn't get down to your core. It's good for your skin, like it's more so on the surface, but it doesn't get as hot down to your core. And I really do feel that because
we do 180 degrees for 20 minutes. It's hot. It's pretty hot.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, talking about toxins, that's another thing that I think I'm hyper aware and sensitive about are plastics. And I avoid all plastic water bottles. I try not to buy things packaged in plastic. Sometimes you can't avoid it. I try not to use a lot of plastic storage. I use glass. I drink out of glass or metal, thermos type containers.
And also like products with toxins. I feel like we both tried. I mean, you can't be perfect, but we try to
avoid the shampoos
those
and the and all the
skincare.
Your skincare. Your skin is your biggest organ that absorbs
soaks right in. Yeah,
and so I think a lot of people aren't aware of the toxins they're adding onto their skin with some of these lotions or beauty products, especially face products for women.
It really disrupts our hormones. So
so if I do wear any makeup at all, it might be like a little blush or lipstick. I do love lipstick. I buy Westman Atelier because their products are very clean.
We love them.
There's a few other lines I've tried.
Yeah, there's so many. I'm blanking on. I
mascara.
love Ilia. Yeah, Ilia's great. Kosas is non-toxic. There's a ton of brands these days. I feel like it's so easy to get really good non-toxic stuff now. There's so many brands that do it.
And we even use the non-toxic nail polish if we're getting our toes done.
Yeah. What is it called? Dazzle Dry?
Dazzle Dry.
Dazzle Dry, yeah.
But most of the time I don't do
we don't really wear.
Well, I just mess it up with sculpting.
I've been gardening so much. Mine are just really short and like not aesthetic, but I garden, I cook, we don't do any of the acrylic or anything.
And with cooking, like we've switched to pots and pans that are non-toxic, no coating on them, no Teflon.
Yes. Expensive.
Give your spiel about quality.
This is hard. I need more words, but I would say timeless. I might use a few more. Timeless, tailored, sporty, and maybe like a dash of like fun. Sometimes, because I'm 30, so I do love to sprinkle a little bit of trends, but the majority is like capsule wardrobe for me.
Yeah. Pretty much me too. I'd say classic. if I'm going to get something, quote, fun or trendy, it's going to be maybe a bag or a shoe or
Yeah, like
something.
an accessory.
An accessory. But my main piece is also limited color palette for me. I
Yeah.
just, you know, when I was younger, I felt like I had to try colors and things that I saw that looked good on other people. And now I just kind of know
Know
what
your
works for
colors.
me.
Yeah.
Or just know what I like.
Yeah.
And then I would say quality. Like I'm a big believer in investing in quality, and I wear things for a long time that don't really go out of style. They're just well made, nice fabrics.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay, if we look windswept, it's because we just took a break and went out on the boat. So now we are back. Someone asked how Philip and I met. So should I tell the long story or the short story?
Tell the long one, it's pretty funny.
Okay, buckle up. All right, so let me see how I can start this. It is so long, you guys. It's actually pretty wild and like makes me believe in fate. Okay, so Philip is from Vienna, Austria, and he was a soccer player at the time, but he was kind of in his off season, so he just randomly decided to go on basically the Austrian version of like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and he won some money. That's so wild. And he used that money to kind of travel the States and try out for soccer teams. And now he had a friend randomly from Vienna that also played soccer, and he got a full ride scholarship to a school like right outside of Nashville. Like, what are the chances? Okay,
A
so
small
random.
school.
Very small.
Very random.
Full ride. And actually, he asked Philip if he should go to that school or like try and get a different scholarship. And Philip said, where even is Nashville? Like, I've never heard of that in my life. Definitely don't go there. And the guy went anyways, thank goodness. So around the same time, I was a senior in college at Vanderbilt. So anyways, basically Philip was staying with his friend. He was traveling around the
dorm.
States. Yeah. And they would frequently come into Nashville to go out, right? Well, I was in college, like I said, and my friends really wanted to go out this one night. I didn't really want to go out. I'd gone out the night before. So basically, they had to drag me out this night. Like, I wasn't really wanting to go, but whatever, I went. One of them is my good friend, Allie, who I think I've shown on this channel. Pretty sure you've seen her before, but she lives in Atlanta now. She's still one of my best friends to this day. But anyways, we went out. And Philip similarly almost didn't go out because he had tried out for the Nashville soccer team that day and heard that he wasn't going to be invited back to the callbacks. So he was not in a good mood. He didn't want to go out, but his friends convinced him to go out. So basically we met on a bar in Broadway.
Oh, and don't forget, your hair was platinum blonde.
Yeah, it was platinum blonde,
Marilyn
you guys.
Monroe blonde.
I love how we just talked about how I don't like toxins, and I'm like, yeah, well, I went through a phase. It was blonde for a year, so you could like see me, like I was like a strobe light in that club, like in the bar.
And you're short. You're like 5'2", and Philip's 6'4". What is he?
Gosh, I don't even know.
Anyway.
He's tall, but yeah. So, anyways, he came up to me and we started chatting, and I remember he didn't even get my number or anything. I just like left. We were waiting outside of the bar, and our Uber was a little bit late. And in that time, he came down outside and started talking to me and was like, "Hey, like I'd love to get your number." So got my number, and then we just started dating. He was
Well, Natalie calls me the next day. She said, I met the cutest guy. He's a soccer player from Austria, and I'm never going to hear from him again.
yeah, I was like, this is not gonna stick. There's no way. Also, if anyone knows Broadway in Nashville, like no one ever, like you rarely meet someone that you are in a relationship with. You know what I mean? Like that's rare.
Yeah.
So it was just so crazy. And then yeah, we did long distance for a while, and then he moved over here. So yeah, that's that. I wish I could say it's like one thing. I think it's several things.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of things. I think, well, actually, I feel very close to all three of my kids. We don't talk about my older daughters often because she's in London.
She's living in London right now,
for
yeah.
the summer. We're keeping her little
And
dog.
Chris is traveling around Europe right now, so
Yeah.
he's
So he's
not here.
gone. but I don't know.
They're more private. I'm like the social media person of the family.
Yeah, they don't like to do that as much. But I think when y'all were little, I was a stay-at-home mom, and we did so many crafts and adventures and creative things, and I had a real limit on TV time that y'all could watch. We did a lot of things outdoors. We did art classes. And
I think it's also fun too, like now, I mean, I'm 30 now, and I feel like in my 20s and into my 30s, it's very much fun when your relationship switches from her having to be the mom to more so like we're just friends, like I'm a grown woman. So it's fun when it makes that switch.
Yeah.
And
I feel like all three of my kids are some of my very best friends in the world.
Yeah, that's so cute.
And we've always talked a lot, and I think we've always shared a lot and I've always been very open with you all, and even through hard times, you value family, you value family time. And
yeah, one thing I'll add is like I feel like my parents were always good about whenever I came to them like with an idea, if I wanted to do something, try something. Like I remember when I came to you guys and was like, yeah, I'm gonna move to Germany for a year because I wanted to go over there and live with Philip. And like, or, I've been very entrepreneurial. I try a ton of things out. I've started businesses. I've done this,
songwriter, singer.
I've tried so many hobbies. Like I'm a jack of all trades.
And you're good at it.
Well, but my point is that they have never, like they've always been so supportive. And I feel like other parents maybe would say you need to stick with one thing. But you guys have always been very supportive. And I feel like that taught me to like very much trust my intuition and just try out things when you're young, which is so important. So that's something I really value because I was never scared to tell them like, oh, I'm starting this or I'm trying this. So that's just a good quality.
I think you should pursue your dreams, even if they don't
even
work
when they
out.
shift.
Yeah, it's okay. Oh, okay. Why don't I share what we cook up here a lot at the river? Because,
since we're here.
Yeah, especially in the summertime. I love all the fresh produce. So one of our favorite meals in the summer is grilled chicken on the grill. And I will buy like the organic chicken breast and thighs. And then I marinate them in olive oil. And I just sort of dump it in. So
In like a baggie.
yeah. A baggie or a bowl. But olive oil, Dijon mustard, soy sauce, some salt, pepper, some vinegar. It could be any kind. Sometimes I'll dump in balsamic, sometimes sherry vinegar, just whatever I have on hand. Any kind will work. And then herbes de Provence, I sprinkle that in. And anyway, I just mix all that up together, let it sit all day. And then we cook that on the grill. And then we love to make succotash. I'll shuck 3 ears of corn and scrape it off in a big, pan or skillet. Make sure it's large. And then I'll add fresh tarragon. And I'll half cherry tomatoes, put that in, cook it in butter. Salt and pepper, and then I'll cook separately lima beans and then stir those in after the lima beans are cooked. And
it's so good. I love
succotash.
succotash.
And then I'll slice up tomatoes, sometimes with some mozzarella or burrata, but I'll put fresh herbs and a little olive oil on those, maybe a little lemon juice. And
Yum. Yeah, I feel like they're all very simple meals.
Yeah.
Like we don't do much. You don't need much to like season stuff.
No.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
I love your chicken and prunes recipe. I think I've shared that before, but I'll have to see. But it's so good. It's basically you marinate the chicken the same way and basically
Similarly, yeah.
very similar,
And
like
then-
with the Dijon and stuff, and then mix in prunes and olives and bake it
yeah.
at 350 for like.
But I'll brown the chicken first in a pan with some olive oil, and then you put it in a
I did it
baking
without
dish.
doing that first.
It works,
It's still so good. It's
Yeah.
delicious.
And you just put it in a dish and bake it.
It's
and-
like sweet and salty with the
Yeah.
prunes and olives. It is so good.
Yeah, that's really
I love
good.
that.
Okay, I've been a painter for 34 years maybe. And I guess about 20 years ago, I decided to try sculpture. I just was interested in it. And my pediatrician growing up
happened to be in his late 70s rollerblading down my road, and y'all were little, or not that little, but younger. And so I was like, hey, Dr. Doak. He had a foundry. Our backyards, when I was young, our backyards met, and he had a small foundry. So I grew up kind of seeing what he did in his studio, but I never did any sculpture because I was little. But anyway, so he came over with a clump of clay, a clump of wax, some handmade tools.
That's so cute.
And he said, do something with it and
Report
call
back.
me. Yeah. And so I did, and he taught me the entire lost wax process.
So
like we made all the rubber molds, the mother molds with plaster of Paris, the porcelain molds. We did the pour. He had a small foundry at that time. We did a bronze pour, and so all my first pieces, they had to be small.
And they were bronze.
And they were bronze. And then at a certain point, I don't know, guess about 10 years later, I thought, I really want to try marble, which is just carving. So it's just reductive. You're only reducing, you can't add. Like clay and wax, you
can add.
You can take away, you can add again. But
hard.
with the marble, you've got to know where you're going to go, because once you take it off, it's off. So
Also, you were like later in life, which I just think
Yes.
is inspiring, because
Yeah,
it's, you
I was
discovered
about-
it later.
Yeah, I was about 45 when I started with
Wax.
the bronze, the wax and clay, and then I guess in my 50s when I started with the marble. But I couldn't find blocks of marble in Nashville, only slab material. So I called a guy that was in the memorial business, and he said, well, I
didn't know
have
that.
4 chunks of marble that came off a building in downtown Nashville that had been demolished. And someone called him and said the building was coming down. So he had these 4 blocks, and he gave them to me.
That's so cool.
So I mocked up in clay so I'd know what I was doing. Some simple abstract shapes, and those were my first 4 pieces.
So cool. I love that. Okay, someone asked what our current favorites are, and actually we just did a favorites video, and we're going to do it at the end of every month. So we just did July's, and I posted that on Instagram and TikTok, so go check that out. But in terms of like TV shows, I currently have been loving The Buccaneers. If you even remotely like Bridgerton, you will love Buccaneers, or like Jane Austen, that kind of thing. You'll absolutely love it. What about you? Do you have a favorite TV show?
No, we've been watching random things, but
I know it's
nothing-
been hard to like find something good this summer.
It was really
Oh,
good.
Sirens. I really liked Sirens.
Sirens, and then we watched the one in Nantucket,
Oh, I haven't watched that one.
The Perfect Couple.
The Perfect Couple.
Yeah,
They like it. I haven't seen that.
and then we watched another, and I can't remember what it was. Oh well.
Oh well. I would probably have to say we took a
together,
family
yeah.
we took a family trip to Italy one time, and it was amazing. We did Florence, Rome, and the
That's about 10
countryside.
years ago. Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah,
I
that
want to
was
do that
really-
again.
That was really fun. And then I think also growing up, every spring break, everybody else was headed
Oh, yeah.
to Florida, and we went to Canada, to Lake
Yeah.
Louise every year and skied, and you guys got so good at snowboarding.
Yeah.
But it was just really quality family time. We
It
have some great
was.
memories from there.
Yeah, I mean, gosh, we probably went there, what, 10,
10
15
times.
times?
Yeah.
Yeah, we would go every single year.
Yeah.
So it's really sweet.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for all the questions. They were so good.
Yeah, whatever we didn't get to, we'll try to answer
Yeah.
at another time.
I know there were actually quite a few left. So I'm sorry if we didn't get to yours. But yeah, we can always do this again. So leave your questions down below, and we'll answer them another time in another vlog.
Thanks for following.
for succotash, right? Yum. Dad, what you doing? It's for my vlog.
Hey, look,
He's firing up the grill with charcoal.
tell them what we're having tonight, man.
We're doing chicken, kielbasa, and succotash, I believe.
So one of the favorite summer meals of our family.
Dad's favorite meals are summertime meals. My favorite season's fall, so I'm gearing up. Today was like a little glimpse at fall. A lot cooler today. It was nice.
It wasn't Colorado, it was.
Okay, we are headed home. It is a super rainy day and I can like feel autumn in the air and I love it. It's a little bit chilly, not really. It's like what, 80s? Probably.
A lot cooler than it was.
A lot cooler than it was. So anyways, it's getting me excited. But I think we're gonna just have a nice Sunday reset. And one of the best things about us now working for ourselves is that I don't get the Sunday scaries anymore, like at all. Like Sundays are just peaceful and so nice. So we're gonna go now, pick up our puppies, head home. They're gonna need a bath. I'm gonna need to go to the store. I just got this new, I forget what they're called, but like the, I think it's called Omnilux. They sent me one of those LED masks. So I'm really excited to try that. That sounds like a fun Sunday reset. And sorry, the road is like really bumpy right now, but so I'm gonna do that, catch up on my shows. I just wanna have like a really cozy, nice day at home, probably clean a little bit, and yeah, just get ready for the week ahead.